Alright, so, welcome to Lakehoppers. It is, currently a open playtest that's going to be closing on the 30th before going into early access. And it's, a pretty cool, best way I can describe it is like, you're flying a Grumman Goose in Alaska adjacent land. So far I've done a few flights and I've absolutely loved it, so I'm gonna just do a default start and record it. So not my first time starting this game, though it will be only my fourth flight here. Alright, so we're on this nondescript island. We got our goose. However, she is completely, well, nearly completely gutted. However, we go inside, and we got our everything. Yeah. So, spawn in, and you get this note. So, I ain't gonna ramble too much. My name is Marge. This is my old shop. If you're the mechanical mindset, fix up the old bird at the dock with the parts inside here. You've got a binder on you with some helpful info. Hit B by default to open your binder. I don't know how I completely missed this when I read it the first time. Happy skies, Marge. So, we got a full binder, which has start, assembly reference, checklist, navigation, current jobs, and finished jobs. I wonder why we're going to Finland. So, we start out here, and we can put everything together. First thing I did, run the instrument panel into the airplane. Got the wrench, and instrument panel is installed. Water is a bit loud. It sounds like a rushing stream, not an actual lake. Lakes don't really sound like this, at least the ones I've done seaplane stuff at. Oh wait, this isn't a lake, it's pretty big bay, so still sounds like a river. So let's get to work. We have the stator support ring, superconducting coils, and Bednor's loops. What any of those do, your guess is as good as mine. Get this all tightened up. I am a bit sad that we have a Grumman Goose and it's running whatever these engines are and not Pratt & Whitney 985s. I would have killed for a game where you get to work on Pratt & Whitney 985s. So that's just my main thing, but I think this is near future, so you know, gooses haven't all rusted or given out, but just through the roof. The top cowl. Next thing is the Magna prop. That just slides right in. Come on. Hitboxes can be a bit funky with this. Come on. There you go. So get the sub-assembly, and now we run it out to a goose. When I first played this, I was going back and forth, part by part. Not doing that. I mean, can I even find... there we go. I find just how this thing looks a bit goofy, because the cowling's about right. It looks about the size of a 985, just off memory. Maybe, oh, what's the number of the proper wasp? But then you just have this big chunk missing out of the wing, just like your wing spar is destroyed. So run back, and then we repeat the exact same process. Cue speed up loop or something. I don't know what my video editing self is doing in an hour. Yeah. I'm honestly just surprised how little holds this together, because it's 4 bolts that hold the Magna prop core, that's the core, hold the ring to the cowling, and 1 bolt that holds the cowling to the, crap. Come on. Oh, there is a crouching button. Now, if I was actually working on this, yeah, it'd be part at a time, because there's no way I am carrying that entire propeller assembly built. Alright, let's rip it off and do it again. I forgot the bed the bed bugs. Ooh, ooh. Now it's done. We already got a Grumman Goose. I'm really looking forward to the future of this game, because I'm more than like I already dockhand beavers, and I'm probably going to be flying beavers pretty soon. So, like, if we get a beaver, that would be awesome. I would also take an otter. I would even take a twin otter. So, I'm kind of speedrunning this because I have already done it. Now, I made with, except for these stuff here, all of these go to here. So I spent a long time. I took the rack, I put it in the plane. I took the tanks, I put them in the plane. I then ran back and forth for every single one of these holes. Got about halfway done, fed up, so I pulled the airplane around over here. And oh my god, is it painstakingly long, because you only get about like a third, maybe a half of the speed you get pulling the seaplane around. I don't know, maybe Grumman Gooses are just slow in the water compared to beavers. But, you know, it took forever to move it around. Finally got it, and then kept running back and forth. I should have just pulled it out. However, this would definitely be way too heavy to just build it all here and then put it in the airplane. However, this is a game. So you can build it all here and then put it in the airplane. I think we're missing anything here. The automatic crouch is a something. Huh? Oh, that's what we're missing. Look at all that stuff. Whoop, don't want you. So, let's keep building this. These are our, what is this again? The H2 fuel tanks. So this is it's a hybrid electric Grumman Goose with, instead of 985s and 100 low lead, it is those Benzor's loop electric coil engine or propellers, magneprops, with a hydrogen power plant. There we go. The fuel is fully built, ready to go in the Goose. Le Goose. Goose of Grummans. So, that is the fuel system slotted in. And next, we'll be slotting in the fuel cells up into here. Whee! So, here we go. I did get, when I was playing the game, I did get smart and I built this inside of here. So, no clue how any of this, what any of this does, what a fuel cell is. All I can see is that hydrogen goes in, air goes in apparently, hydrogen goes out. What is this, intercooler? Intercooler doesn't go on yet. Exhaust sensors, turbo compressor. Oh, like a generator? Thought it would like. Yeah, so is this like spinning H2 to generate power? I have zero clue. I haven't touched electric stuff really at all. So that's that set. And now finally, just one last thing. So here are our cargo battery racks. Here we go. So just because I am weird, I think officially they put the battery racks in the back of these parts. Well, I know the heavier stuff in the back is not a good recipe for weight and balance, so I'm putting my batteries in the front. It's also easier to see them. Just going through thing by thing, and I missed one there. Battery, more batteries. Wonder how heavy these batteries are. Heavy batteries. Was really hoping the company I dockhand for was going to get a Goose, but I think they kind of backed out of that deal for whatever reason. I think they got I know they have 2 beavers. I'm not sure if the second beaver was instead of the goose or not. So, here comes the fun part. Just back and forth, putting all of these things on. You're missing. Oh, there's one left. You got all of yours. You got all of yours. Let's go slot you in. Now, something I am kind of like finding interesting is that for like switches, you don't have to click them, but you just use your scroll wheel, and I kind of like that. Because you just flick your scroll wheel up, and it's similar to flicking up a switch. Alright, we got this place cleared. Ah, you smooth brain. So, this lake, many peaks. I was going to load the other cargo rack out here, so I just carry it all at once, but my smooth brainness, it's been just absolutely all over the place. Get you bolted in. I don't want my cargo and electricity just coming loose mid-flight, and I'm kind of dead, aren't I? I don't want to forget this, because I forgot this hand cart last time. Nest Lake. All of you going to Nest Lake, okay. You hold another one? Oh, you can hold another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Wait a minute. I have an idea. Oh, that's pretty cool. You can sort of like what's it? 8+4 cargo with the hand truck. I'm gonna question the physics on there. So and so we have just accepted or picked up the charters or jobs or whatever for all these crates. So start. Already assembled the plane. We're gonna be flying it. Got the deliveries done. Already built all this up. Pre-flight. All of you are in. No blue bolts. Instrument panel. Oh, pre-flight. Okay, I'm glad I started pre-flight because there's one thing I forgot. Fueling. So, oops. So the fuel. Where's it? Somewhere in here. Great. Well, I thought it was somewhere in here. I just keep losing it. So basically, just you open this, open that. Okay, both your tank cutoffs open. Just hit this. Boom. Fuel. Don't even know how H2 turns into electricity or fuel. So got our 2 auxiliary tanks, got our main fuel tank. Just 165. Alrighty. Get you. Put you back, and we're nearly ready to go. So, we're going to be flying to Mini Peaks first. Now, I'm pretty sure this game is near future. With all this, what I'm wondering about is like no GPS, so we have to rely on good old VORs. So when we find a Mini Peaks, their VOR is 108.3, and we're going to be heading 165. 108.3. Set this for 165. A lot of scrolling. A lot of scrolling. Alright. 150, 155, 160, 165. Okay. So, we got our navigation set. We're going to go to checklists. Pre-flight inspection. Fuel. Hatches. Waiting on door. Engines. Magnum props. Ropes. Pre-flight complete. No passengers. So no passenger briefing. Cargo. Secure. Hopefully that thing didn't come loose in flight. Rear door. Waiting on rear door. Dock lines. Waiting on dock lines. Battery master. Which one of you is better? Your battery. Battery charge. Off. Battery charge is off. Power plant master, H2 tank cutoff, power plant H2 cutoff. Power plant master on, H2 tank cutoff open, H2 tank cutoff open. Fuel pressure is within the green. Boost mode to auto. Motor masters on, throttle cracked, propeller cracked. Okay, that's unusual. So, motor master's on. And pilots. Usually, like, cracking the throttles is normal for pistons. Cracking the propellers is not. Usually, you just kind of. Oh, is that why it keeps stalling on me? Because I don't have them cracked. Usually, you have the propellers full in, at least for about 182. So, that's going. All right. Start left motor starter. Clear prop. Okay, that's weird. I didn't save. Oh, that's... Okay, so I increased right throttle. Oh, that's great. Okay, full shutdown, full shutdown. I somehow have bound the left engine Hey, don't go flying off on me yet. Yeah, please. Oh, you gotta be kidding. I've somehow bound the number 1 engine, the number 2 engine. Okay, so let's try that again. Remove number 1 engine, or install the number 1 engine. Remove number 2 engine. Let's try that again. Power on. I'm just gonna speed run that because I don't want to have to go through the whole. All cracked. Left starter on. Oh, I think when I put this engine in there. So, fun glitch. If you put, so I put that engine in that slot, then I moved it over here so I could demonstrate it easier. Now it's bound to that. So, fun glitch. Alright, let's, I don't want to have to, like, completely redo this, so let's see if we can disassemble these guys and fix it that way. I hope I don't have to disassemble them completely. So, yeah. Where are... That's fair. If that's not work, I was going to eject the core. So I wasn't really expecting to discover a glitch in a playtest. That's kind of fun. I don't know, I'm just... thinking that... Oh. I'm just thinking that removing this might... Oh, come on. Help out. Oh, God. Gosh, now it's all wet. Okay. So... If I have to load another save, I guess I'll do that. I really should have saved after finishing building the airplane. Oh wait, that wouldn't have done anything, because then it'd still be here. Do-do-do. Oh, let's try that again. Just cut off. Damn it. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna load. Wait, what? Oh my god, you dumbass. I just overwrote my, my other save. Alright. Great. Fun. Okay, let's just get this done. So we're fully loaded with cargo. Wait a minute, there's 4 jobs, but only... Okay. Bit weird. Oops. Alright. Gonna get the rope. I don't really like where I had it parked in this save. We're gonna get over here, attach the rope, and cinch it down. Because she's actually beached. Whoops. There you go. Come on, we got this. Okay, detach rope, drop rope. Attach rope, get it. Hold down. Now, she's unbeached. And she's loose, so I'm just gonna hop in. And do that all again. So, battery master, H2 cutoff, open, electric master, fuel, boost mode, auto, engine master 1, engine master 2, throttle cracked, propeller cracked, clear number 1. Number 1 on, clear number 2, 2 on, and we are running. I know you'll die on no power, will you die on... Yeah, the engines will die on that little power. So, follow checklist. Engine start before taxi, flaps are up, rear doors closed. We're already taxied. So, we're going to do a run up, 1,000 kilowatts, 1,000 RPM. They should be swapped to set power and then RPM. Power out should be... Hello? Flight simulator, need me to do anything? Isn't it already long enough?
See, the problem is, when you lay out 3,000 feet of rope, you're already 3,000 feet down the runway.
Okay. Right.
So, what we do is put a turnaround point at the other end. Alright, and I think we can get 5,000 feet there. And we take that, put it on the ground.
Where would we even get 5,000 feet of rope?
Pull 5,000 feet of rope.
Alright. Well, out of all the crazy company ideas, I'm interested.
Thanks. Alright.
Talk to you later.
Alright.
Bye.
Thank you.
Was that like a 12 minute phone call with my dad about his it's either 30% or 60% of the rope length goes to altitude. If it's 60%, you get 3,000 feet of altitude from a 5,000 foot rope. Or 1,500 feet. 1,500 feet is not a lot, but it's all right. 3,000 feet, that's like perfect. Anyways, back to the game. That was a long phone call. Where were we? So, run up. We're going to take our engines to 100 kilowatts and 1,000 RPM. 100 kilowatts. Back power off to 1,000 RPM. all systems are off. Just pull this all the way tight. Might need to redo the aft. I have to redo the aft. Yeah, that's good. Alright. It's resting there. Grab our hand truck, put you there. Put the nest lake boxes there. Many peaks your nest lake. Probably should save. B3. Just run this over to the cargo terminal. I will elaborate. Homer is not all on docks, and floating Homer is more on the spit and stuff. So then, that's like, what are you? HR01 parts. EE65. Okay. JZ48. Is it not? Okay, figure it would give us the. Oh, that's Test Island. I don't want Test Island, I want Nest Lake. So let's see. Shellfish, medicine, parts, and electronics. Parts. Parts. Medicine. Shellfish. Run this all back to the airplane. Okay. Put the hand. Where'd our hand truck just go? That was peculiar. I hope it's not at the bottom of the ocean. Well, yeah, well, I'm too lazy to figure out what happened to that, so I think I'm going to end it here. Pretty excited where this game's going to go. Can't wait to see more of the goose. What other airplanes we might get. Hopefully a beaver on floats. Maybe an otter. I'll take a twin otter. So, yeah, that was Lakehoppers.